Good night, everyone. Again, when you see me on a Sunday with this nice, handsome face, we're here for the NBA podcast. And, as usual, I'm your host, Kims. With me, we have Robbie Rich in the top right hand corner. And down on the base, we have Kareem. How are we doing today, gentlemen?
Doing
Good,
fine,
good,
you know.
good.
Good. All right, wonderful. So, we're going to start, we're going to talk about the NBA, of course, and we have to start with the second best team in the NBA and probably the second best player in the NBA right now, who is Steph Curry. So, if the producer can just put up that nice graphic of Steph Curry. Okay, gentlemen. So, look at this, right? Against the Phoenix Suns. This was, the most anticipated matchup, the first of two matchups. So I heard that Steph Curry, who is the best player, best shooter, this and that. He accumulated 12 points, right? He had 12 points, 4 of 21 shooting, 19%. And then, good night, Latoya. And then now he followed that up. He followed that up now against the San Antonio Spurs, which was another L. He had 27 points, but he had 28 shots for those 27 points and 25%. Who's the best games? Right now, Kevin Durant is the best player in the league right now. LeBron hasn't played enough games to be in that qualifying area. I think he played probably 10 games so far this season. So he's not in that boat. I think Kevin Durant is the best player right now. So, Cream,
Yep.
a lot of persons are telling me that I am not objective enough for Steph Curry. So I will let you and Robbie Rich be the voice of reason on this. Is this just a thing where we can just pass these two performances to the side? Or is this a thing where have to really start keening on Steph Curry to see if in big moments, in big games, he just doesn't seem to have it?
I mean, that has always been the asterisk, quote unquote, when it comes to Steph. The only blemish, so to speak, is that when the lights are brightest and in key moments, he often tends to come up small. But
Yep.
but speaking specifically to these two performances, I think are just anomalies. He just had bad shooting nights. Going
Mm,
forward, I don't think we're gonna see this happening a lot from
yeah.
Steph at all.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Mm,
I'm not think it around me that much, but you have to give Sons credit because I think them actually make some shots with we never comfortable shooting. So end up might win, you might shoot and not shoot. You
mm,
understand? So I don't think they get a lot of clear point shots where you say, all right, you know, go shoot that. No. I think them force him and force something there to do. Because if you look on the game too, there are a lot of times we have 5 seconds upon it or 4 seconds and them have, or if you shoot. So you have to give
mm-hmm.
Sons that credits too. They can't just say him about shooting it alone.
Yes,
Yes.
correct.
So you have to give credits to Sons. Sons did
All
actually
right.
play some good defense.
Okay,
Yeah.
so all right. So if we give credit to Sons for the first performance, who we give credit now? Do we give San Antonio credit for the second performance now, or is this just a bad shooting night for Steph?
All right. You could say, as me say, it could go out both ways, right? It could go
Yeah.
both ways. But to remember, if you remember, Spurs that team where them have moments and so forth. Because if watching against Lakers, I think we
Yes.
struggled with them one time and then
Yeah.
actually press way. So it could be that on the night them play Golden State, that call them play Lakers too. Well, some of the
Mm-hmm.
day we just lay down and allow things to happen. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I think they have played 23 games so far, so they have another 59 games to go. So we'll
Yeah.
definitely see what I guess Steph Curry is trying to shoot for another MVP because he can't seem to get a Finals MVP. So he's just looking, and I don't think he will go to another final,
Wow.
anytime soon.
Wow.
Without Clay,
All
I
right.
don't this
Wow.
in
That's a
this, when Lakers get there, so this is it, right? When Lakers get their stuff together, right? When
yeah.
Lakers get their stuff together, I think Golden State going to be probably the fourth best team in the NBA. I think it's going to be Phoenix. In the
Okay.
West, I'm talking. It's going to be Phoenix, Lakers, and right now, I like the Jazz. I like the Jazz. I like
The
the
red,
Jazz over
the red
Warriors.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, man. I like Spy. I like Spy. It's just to stay healthy, just to see. And I want to see the improvement of Rudy Gobert
Yeah.
because last season when they had him on an island, wait, we didn't start with the record-breaking Grizz. I wanted this brother about record-breaking Grizz. I wanted to see it. No, we're not talking about Grizzlies, brother. Like Grizzlies is not a team that Grizzlies is not interesting. And here is Star Diamond saying Steph won't see the NBA Finals. I totally agree with you, Star Diamond.
Aye.
You know,
Those,
he's
Here we go. Hear my point about it. I think this
yeah,
Golden State I depend on Curry too much. And what happened after that, I think because in influential, usually people
yeah,
get better and so forth around him. They can
yep.
do again
yeah,
and the movements and so forth. But this team every depend on how good Clay Thompson come back. If he doesn't come back good, Golden State not going to win.
yeah,
So it ever depends on what Clay Thompson come back and bring. If he doesn't come
yep,
back not even 60%, I'm sorry for them.
yep.
I'm
Yeah, yeah.
sorry for
But
Well, right,
from the clips, it seemed like him still have him shot. So just depend on his lateral movements or my cut
yes.
and them thing there. If him still
Yeah.
have that, then they would be very good. But yeah, a subpar Clay, it a go no,
That
not
was
go work.
yeah,
Yeah.
because right now they're saying that Clay could play 25 to 30 minutes right
No.
now. But he's saying that he doesn't want to do that. He said he wants to be able to, play 35, 40 minutes if needs be.
Mm-hmm.
So and the team is doing well right now, so there's no
Yeah.
reason to force him
Need
back.
to rush him, yeah.
So
Jordan
and
Poole has been a big improvement.
big
The development
improvement.
of Poole has been tremendous.
And this is why I can't give Ben Simmons a pass, no time, because these constantly you've seen these players work on their game. So why
yeah.
you can't work on film
Mhm.
one? Why you can't shoot? I mean, understand. Warriors playing 4 against 5 on offense with Draymond Green in the lineup.
But I think
Boy,
Draymond Green make up back for that in defensive players. So
not
Yeah.
only his defensive plays, but if you really
He run,
watch Golden State's offense, he
he,
really runs the
he
offense.
run the offense. He makes
Yeah,
the point forward, so to speak. Oftentimes, him
exactly.
rebound and Clay just gonna be Curry gonna be court and him bring the ball, start the
yeah.
Yep,
offense.
because yep, and he knows. Obviously, he's been with Golden State forever, so he knows the exact place to run. And
Yep.
now here's Rad saying Draymond is the playmaker in the
Yep.
Warriors team. And you guys who are on Facebook, if you could just go over to YouTube, you can still stay on Facebook, but go over to YouTube as well and sign in on YouTube, because we really want the stream from YouTube itself and not really from Facebook. But and also remember to like the video and subscribe to the team. So when you come on to Golden State, here it goes. So the Warriors finally end. Suns were the only team who were undefeated in all of November, right? And the Warriors finally end their 18-game win streak. They
Mm-hmm.
won 118 to 96, and obviously I put an asterisk over this one because there was obviously no Devin Booker, right? So they didn't face a healthy Suns team. So this one doesn't really count, but if anyone want to go ahead and take on this one, then
All right.
y'all could go ahead.
You know why this count? Because put
Yes.
this way. So when you go to playoffs and someone in
Right.
David Booker, they need to know how to
Yes.
play and compete good without Devin Booker on the court. So it also shows you certain things that this team every depend on certain person. Even though it's a team, but to really
Yeah.
get challenged, them depend on Devin Booker too much. Because that second last may expect them to lose, yes, but not that heavily though. Should I play better?
I,
There's
I,
not
I think, yeah, go ahead, Cream.
there's not too much one can take out of these games, because in the playoff we know it's a series and you can really key in an opponents. So
Yeah.
it's a lot more different in a series matchup versus these one-off games, So
Yeah.
can't really read too much into it.
Agree.
Okay. All right, fair enough. So, as I said, the season is relatively young. So these things that we're talking
Yeah,
about, you know, we're just operating as it goes, and
yeah.
a lot of things can definitely change. Lakers right now are 12-12, not really in the playoff picture, looking like they're struggling, looking like they're going to play the playing game. But if I know what I know, and I know the Lakers know what I know, they don't want to play that Phoenix Suns team in the first round again like they did last season because
Um,
it's go ahead, Robert.
One of the main problem why Lakers are played this way, right? I think because of the coach. I'm answer a
Yeah.
question though, because me
Uh-huh.
that news either the news pass me, I never know. Is
Uh-huh.
Rondo injured?
No.
No,
So
not
why
to
is
my
out of
knowledge.
the, so why is he out of the rotation so much?
I guess them feel
Uh,
him lack of step.
What? Rondo is actually a playmaker who actually make difference. But I understand why them left him out.
I'm thinking that the way how the Lakers want to play, or I guess how Frank Vogel want them to play, I don't think that Rondo because I'm not I'm not sure. I don't even think Westbrook fit how Frank Vogel want him to play. But Westbrook is so remember in the Rondo cost little and nothing, Westbrook have 44 million.
Yeah.
You can't have good night, Michelle. You can't have Westbrook on the bench, and Westbrook give you high energy. And we're actually going to talk about Westbrook later on. But Rondo, all I've seen Rondo been doing the last couple of games, and tapping the man them hand until like him playing like them like a hand games.
No, but
So
we can do
So
take
you would
positive from Rondo. Rondo not on the field though. We can mention games this season where him actually get you into the game. You understand? We are
yeah.
and this game against Clippers, it was there for the winning. Why him start Tucker? I have no idea.
Mhm.
give Rondo tail end
No,
minute.
no, but I'm saying that why did you start Tucker? It didn't work out. It was chasing the game from the first quarter.
Mm,
All right. So who would you have started?
Depend because it's because of injury. It's because of injury thing too much. I can't even pinpoint to say, but I start him because every minute
Yeah,
you
but
want to
then,
never
but then,
play.
all right, but then you're complaining about Tucker, right? So let's
Mm-hmm.
put the X on Tucker. Who is instead of Tucker?
you have
Yeah.
who? You have Ellington, you have Bazemore, you have
Why did we start
Harden.
Ellington?
Ellington?
Yeah, because remember before the season start, there was rumor that Ellington would start him. Remember that. How much five come on, then Ellington, then it come the season come, but those Ellington start. Why is the reason for that? And he's a pure shooter.
Yeah.
We're chasing games from quarters. If we start the game good, we can't end it good. That
Is
means now get the balance.
I guess maybe Taylor is viewed better defensively than Ellington.
So why wouldn't you? All right.
All right. So this is what I believe. Ellington is a shooter.
Hmm.
Tucker, he can put the ball on the floor and create his own offense,
Yeah.
right? And here's Lakers full of more complaints than solution. You don't worry yourself, Mr. Raj. All right, the Lakers will definitely be fine. I guarantee that the Lakers will go further. Both teams being healthy, of course. I
Yeah.
guarantee the Lakers will go further than the Golden State Warriors. All right,
Wow.
so I guarantee that the Lakers will go further. We just have to avoid the Phoenix Suns. Because the
And
Phoenix
Wow.
Suns right now, we have to avoid that team because they are our Achilles heel. All right, so I want to talk about Portland. And Chauncey Billups made a statement, with their game against Boston, right? And he said that um, I've never seen a team that needs its bench to inspire our starters. That is crazy to me. So, Kareem, I'm not sure if you have been watching a lot of Portland games, but what do you think of Chauncey as a coach? One, and also, what do you think about this Portland team? Because constantly we have heard about Dame and CJ McCollum. We have heard about them that they can't coexist.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm
So,
not.
what do you think about them?
Uh Typical Portland to me. It seems
Uh-huh.
very little defense and heavily reliant on the
Shooter.
DJ. So it hasn't really changed as yet. I don't think Billups has. I'm not sure what type of coach Billups is. Is he defensive, offensive? I haven't picked up his imprint on the um Portland as yet, because it could, if you close your eye, you could think it's the previous coach was still in charge.
Yep.
I haven't really seen the step up, so to speak.
Yep. Yep.
I agree with you.
You know, yeah, I totally agree. I believe Portland needs a rebuild. I think this team that they have, I think they have done all they could with this team. Honestly, I think they have done all they could. I think they need to trade them. I think they need to trade CJ and just get a lot of draft picks. They
Yeah.
have a new coach in, allow Billups to get his imprint on the team. You
Yeah.
know,
So
this
so you
put
want
with
so you want them to get the something like Knicks or the Bulls effect, where them
probably
rebuilding.
probably the Bulls, right? Probably they can get a veteran who, for example, like how the OKC they get Chris Paul,
Oh yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah,
veteran like that who just want to come in and just help youngsters. But
yeah.
them right now want to win a ring. CJ want to win a ring.
That's what
Nurkic want to win a ring. Huh?
that's what I was gonna ask. Do they need to go full rebuild, or do they just need a better piece that maybe matches with Dame or with CJ? Because
Um,
what do you
all
think
right.
about
So
the overall roster?
But what I'm
yeah.
asking a question. CJ wasn't a free agent. Why did they sign him back?
No, he wasn't a free agent.
Okay.
He
Just
wasn't.
give us senior. I think him did argue about something what Lakers do with Kendrick Nunn.
Nah, he wasn't. No, he wasn't a free agent at all.
Oh,
No, he's a president.
of the Players
He's a
Association.
of the Players Association. That's what he is now. He took over from Chris Paul, so
Yeah.
he's a president of the Players Association. So, but if you look at it, Kareem, right now you look at the West. Again, you have Golden State. These are the teams that are better than Portland. You have
Hmm.
Golden State, you have Lakers, you have Suns, you have Clippers, you have Denver. Like where Portland are go? Like honestly, like, like, and if we just regular fans are seeing this and seeing this, what do you think Portland themselves know? What do you
The
think Dale himself know? You know?
organization should see that, yes, something is still lacking here.
Exactly. So I believe that they probably need to move to the east. Probably need to move to
Go
the
pair up
east.
with
Yeah.
Embiid.
Yeah, I would say you might forgot to Philadelphia. Like at times I believe this loyalty thing gets overstated, right? Because Dame is trying to say he's loyal to Portland, but I guarantee you, and I've heard a lot of retired players say it. They wish they had done this. They wish they had done
Yep.
that.
And even as an organization, your aim is to win a championship, right? So if I say it now work with them and you offer
Exactly.
him up on Twitter, say we can go on different route.
No, you have to be careful of
Exactly.
that now because look at Rockets.
they they
Yep.
got the word GM in history.
That's the worst GM. I don't know what kind of trade that GM made. That man trade James Harden for a
For nothing.
for a bag of chips and some Wrigley's. That's really what I'm trade James Harden for. So, Chauncey, I'm glad that he's a head coach.
Yes,
We have
yes.
another black head coach, but I just think they need to just go and get this rebuild going. So we can move on from that. All right. So next thing we want to talk about.
Mm.
Woj reported this that both Lamelo Ball and Terry Rozier enter into health and safety protocols. There's concern of more possible COVID tests on the Hornets. Team they sent the players and the staff home. The Hornets have been playing decent. They're in the playoff picture. They're in the playoff hunt, and their two best players I would say now
Yeah,
are in COVID
yeah.
protocols. Robbie Rich, do you? They'll miss probably. I'll say they miss probably 10 games, not 10 games, 10 days. So I'll say probably 3, 4 games. But in the East right now, I believe it's critical.
Yeah, it's close. It's very
Yeah,
close.
I,
I
I
think it
believe
had
it's very. I believe it's very. I believe it's very critical right now to miss so much games, if any game at all, because it's not 1-8 anymore. It's 1-6, and
Yeah,
then those other two spots are playoffs,
yeah.
playing
The next
tournaments. So 7, 8, 9, 10, they'll go in the playing. So you want to finish in that top six just
yeah.
to secure yourself, because the playing tournament, any card can play. So what do you think about this one, Cream?
Yeah. It's gonna be tough for them because I don't think their roster can cope without those key players. So it's gonna be a lot more work on Bridges and Hayward to
Yeah, what, yeah.
shoulder the scoring. So it's gonna be tough. It's they probably I'm not sure what their schedule is like, who they will be facing, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a lot of L's coming their way.
Yep, yep. And then I never sent the producer this, but since we have somebody in the comments crying about Oklahoma, let us
Oh,
go ahead and talk. Let us go ahead and that's
the,
what he's saying.
the,
I can't believe the Grizz broke
Oh,
another
that
game
game.
record,
the
and the
record
host
last.
saying it's nothing to talk about. Such bias. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about it, right?
Weren't they without Shea and another player, another key player?
Yeah,
Yes,
Alexander.
but still, that's no excuse
Excuse,
to
that's true,
lose
that's
by
true.
73 points, because the Grizzlies were without Ja Morant, who is obviously the best player on the Grizzlies, not in the NBA, not even top five in the NBA, but he's the best player. He's the best player on the Grizzlies. So, would that be, what? How do you address your team after losing by 73 points? How do you address this team losing by 73 points against a Grizzlies team who probably won't even make the playoffs? What as a coach, all right, Robert Rich, you're a coach right now, right? And let me use it in football terms. You're a coach. If your team lose 40-0, right? A
20.
team score 40 and you score 0. What is the speech you get to your team now? Forget them going again.
But actually telling them defeat themselves, them actually better than he is, and a lot of things like that. Now, in a situation, his personalities are different. Because remember, it depends if some of them high ego, them are cost them money, or some of them blame somebody and so forth. It all depends on the situation. But with my team now, I have full control over it, and everybody say to me, this is one of the reasons I'm a coach. Everybody look to me. So it's like that device for the youth, them in the community when come to football, so they will look to me for that. So for them situation might be different. You understand? So it might different. But in film situation, it's about motivating, and it could be a psychological thing that's on the man or that. And in convention, you don't really want to tell them, say, because certainly playing a player, because someone look down upon themselves, but that's not good enough, and so forth. So it all depends on the type of players and in personality.
Don't you just chalk it up to a bad night and just forget about it and move on to the next game?
I
Probably,
say
probably,
So
probably.
Debo is saying they need to stop games when teams go up 40. 70 odd is ridiculous. So Demo, the reason why they can't do this, right, is because of obviously records, right? Obviously there are records that's out there, that records that are being broken, records that are being set. So if things stop at 40, then like I don't think, and these are grown men. These are grown men. If you don't have enough pride, if you don't have enough thing about a game to say, boy, we can't lose by 70, then I just don't know. I just
Maybe,
don't know at all.
All
maybe
right.
they're looking to stack up more first round draft picks.
Yeah. What may I need to give credits to Grizzlies? They're unbeaten in 4 games and they're without their star player. So you have to give that much
Um,
group of players some credits for it. Them actually
young,
playing decent basketball. Understand?
young Grizz.
Can
Yeah, definitely.
can them actually beat Dallas Mavericks, which everybody think they're supposed to win. And then
Hmm.
beat Raptors when not so bad. And Kings actually can gear trouble. So I'm actually one of them won.
Yep.
And Divo say even when you play 2K and PlayStation, once you go up by 21, you win. That is just rules that people set. That's just rules that people set because obviously, but they're thinking that by 21, then then the other person can come back. But as Oklahoma, let's talk about Oklahoma now, Creed, because Sam Presti, who is their general manager, hold on. So Rad said, my question to you though, Mr. Host and panelists, why Oklahoma has gotten so rotten poor? All right, why they have gotten so rotten poor? Well, they have gotten rotten poor because they trade away everybody, right?
And then
I
they're
think I, I think
rebuilding.
bad I think bad decisions. I think bad decisions cause it, right? I
Yeah.
think bad decisions cause it because
Yeah.
the first thing that they did, Raj, right? The first thing that they did, they trade away James Harden and keep Serge Ibaka because they didn't want to go over the luxury tax. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what they did. So that's the first mistake that they made. All right. After they made that mistake, then they said, okay, they're going to deal with those three. Then they really saw that Serge Ibaka wasn't it. And then when they were up 3-1 now, when they were up 3-1 against um, Golden State, and then Golden State came back, then Kevin Durant decided to leave. After Kevin Durant decided to leave, then they got Paul George and Carmelo Anthony. It didn't work out with them, so Carmelo left. Then Kawhi came calling and said, hey, I need Paul George over by LA. OKC sent him over there. Trade away Russell Westbrook too, and then got in Chris Paul. Right? Chris Paul was there, brought them to it was Chris Paul and Dennis Schroeder, got them to the playoffs, obviously couldn't bring them anywhere. Trade out, send over Chris Paul to the Phoenix Suns. So they got a lot of draft picks, so they started rebuilding because they see that obviously there was no way they could win a championship or be competitive with the pieces that they had. So probably in the next 10 years, we will see Oklahoma. We'll see Oklahoma looking good, but right now, I don't think. All right, what do you think
Don't.
about this cream? What do you think about this cream?
Oh my goodness,
No, man, them
Kemba.
Kemba
get that
Walker
right.
is out of the New York Knicks.
Them right that. I'm right.
Kemba has become the
Kem,
league's newest journeyman.
Yeah.
yeah, All right, Kemba Walker is out of the New York Knicks rotation, and Alec Burks will be their starting point guard, right? And I think I saw. All right, so the New York Knicks coach is Tom Thibodeau, right? And that man preach defense from now till next year.
Yes,
So when Kemba is on the court, I think they're giving up 116 points. When
minus. Yeah.
Alec, and then when Alec Burke, they're giving up 101, right? So that's a 15 points difference, right?
Okay.
And I think the coach is saying that the same offensive output that I'm getting from Kemba, I'm getting that from Alec as well, right? But
Yeah.
this is what I'd say about it. You have a thing when them say the grass is not always greener on the other side, right? When Kemba was in Charlotte, he would make the playoffs, but he's not he's not
What?
going for any championship run or anything. But he's making the playoffs. He's putting up his numbers. He was the king of Charlotte. Now he decided that he wants to go ahead now and go to leave because he wants to challenge for a championship. Go to Boston, never work out in Boston. Then now him go to Knicks and he say, oh, I'm from because he went to Connecticut, went to University of Connecticut. So now he say, this is my city, blah 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 blah. And then now
Mhm.
he's bench for New York. So my question is now, obviously he can't go back to Charlotte now because Charlotte have their Lamelo Ball and Terry Rozier. So where would you put Kemba Walker right now?
Who would trade for him right now? I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure where you'd go right now. I'm surprised that the Knicks haven't even tried him in a bench role, coming out off the bench and see if he can give them some offense. But
All right.
they speaking
I
to the,
well,
the plus minus one second. Speaking to the plus minus, I think that also Fibs have to take some blame too, because it depends on who he has out on the floor with Kemba. So
yeah,
maybe
yeah,
maybe he has to find a mix that would help Kemba hide his defensive flaws, so to speak. Instead of
Yeah.
having him out there with some players where it show him up so much.
For real. And
What
here's
on
Demo saying,
yeah.
all on the Robert. Demo is saying Kemba can win you games on his own. Burks can't. Kemba
All
has
right.
to be your starting point guard. What do you guys have to say about this?
I see that coming there, rubbish. Because if you
All
have
right.
watched Knicks play, you will understand the rotation. And as Kareem said before, I think the coaching define a combination when Kempa is on the field. Because Kempa winning games, why can't they win into to Knicks? Knicks last season finished most of the night playoff and they never play in, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to give Knicks some props, even though the coach is defensive or whatever the thing might be. But remember, this man now make them click, them get him and the youth from France supposed to make them better. And only next youth actually make them slightly better and Kempa send them back. So we understand the comment that I win game. I win no games for Knicks. We are talking what he's doing for Knicks, but not what he's doing in the past. Because we can't go to the final with a pass. You have to do what you're doing now. So that comment
And
is
here
rubbish.
and here is Cohen saying that Kemba should have stayed in Charlotte and wait until he got some good
Yes.
pieces. Demo,
Yes.
that Kemba you are referring to is the Kemba
Yes.
of all in Charlotte.
Well done.
Absolutely
Well done.
true. And that's an excellent comment,
Yes.
Devin, because I
Yes.
haven't seen that Kemba since Charlotte, not even in
Yes.
Boston. In Boston, he was absolutely poor,
Yeah,
constantly
very.
turning over the ball.
I
And
was injured a
Obviously
lot.
a liability on defense because they were putting him in the pick and roll one on one every single time, and he just couldn't manage. So then
and
they got him out of Boston, and then he's in Charlotte, he's in New York now, and they're about to get him out of New York now. If you lose your starting spot to Alec Burke, that says a lot about you as a
yeah.
player. And Star Diamond is saying send him to Houston. Who was sending him to Houston for?
And that
For
more
real.
note. But
Chris Wood.
Then now they got Chris Wood. That would be a good one for Knicks. And I heard that.
yeah, because Chris
I
was
heard
not
that.
that bad as Ray, you know?
Chris Wood is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But I think he would have clashed with Randall, with Julius. I think he would have clashed with
No,
Julius
there's
because I think
bench Mitchell Robinson, slot him into starting five. Julius at the four. More
they could do
spacing,
that.
more spacing fear.
Yeah.
But is Kemba kind of remind me like a John Wall right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I,
the same thing. He is equally as injury prone as well. He can't stay on the floor.
yep,
Yeah.
yep. And here's what saying, Kemba and John Wall are two biggest disappointments you can ever see. Dudes were a good a couple seasons back, but now, my God, man. You
Yep,
see, the
they're
thing
but
is, one thing I realize with sports, no matter how much success you've had, you have to stay grounded.
Yes.
If you look at players, um, look at players like LeBron, KD, Steph. These players, they've had so much success, but they're still hungry. They
Yeah.
still seem hungry for
Yes.
it. They
Yes.
still want it. They don't take it for granted. And after each interview, just look at the man and say, boy, I'm blessed to still be able to play this game.
Yes.
Because they understand that, Chris Paul, those kind of players, like you can't take these things for granted. Kemba make a certain money. John Wall make how much him rob up Washington money. Go ahead, Levan.
All right, good thing that you point that out, Kims, because even if you look at Clay Thompson, right, this man has been
Yeah.
out injured for over 2 years. And yet the man keep on saying, I want this ring, I need to win another ring. So the
Yep.
young guys there, vis-a-vis these
Yep.
guys, they don't take it serious, man.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
Clay say he doesn't want to come back like half as good as he was. He want to come back to where he stopped playing. So the drive,
Exactly.
determination is there.
Exactly. When you look at John Wall, right? If John Wall really did want to play some basketball, John Wall could have said that, I will take the bench role in Houston that they were offering him. I'll take the bench. Man, you're making $44 million. You're making $91 million for the next 2 years. What kind of start you want to start?
If you
Take the
if
bench.
you Yeah, exactly, Kems. If you take that bench role and you ball out and you win all the six man of the year award,
Exactly.
teams are starting to look at you.
Exactly, because guess what? Um, Houston have now won 5 straight games, right?
Yep.
Houston has now won 5 straight games, and they're doing their thing right now. So you play a role in that, but with these men, a lot of ego, a lot of pride. I
Mm-hmm.
used to play for Kentucky. I used to play for University of Connecticut. Um, who did Kemba have in Charlotte to help him win? Who did have
What
in
him could have
Charlotte
wait.
again?
But wanna know, him could have wait. Look on Trey Young. Trey Young
Yep.
started that team with a battle weird on, And though them get
Yeah.
some pieces for him and him got to the
And
Eastern
him go
final.
Eastern Conference Final.
Yeah,
Yep.
so why him should have
Yep.
wait talk about impatient cause anything there. Him should have wait. So no matter
Jordan,
who him they have.
Jordan drafted Bud while he was there as well too.
Yeah, Jordan did drop bad, but we know that about Michael Jordan. Excellent player, second best player ever, but he's not where the drafting is concerned. We need to leave the drafting alone
He
because
finally got the right with Melo. He finally got a good pick with Melo. Finally.
he finally did get a good pick with Miller. So, boy, I really don't know, what's going on with Kemba. But I want to talk about, I
Oh,
see somebody mentioned DeRozan is playing at a higher level.
Woo!
All right, look at these fourth quarter scoring leaders through 23 games played. DeRozan have 165.
Rosen.
Then we have Jason Tatum 143. Then Zach LaVine. So there's two players from the Chicago Bulls. One of these players should have been a Los Angeles Laker.
Yep.
DeRozan should have been a Laker. Kyle
Yeah.
Lowry should have been a Laker. But instead, we get Russell Westbrook to box score.
Westbrook.
But talk about that. Talking about Bulls. Bulls center is good,
Oh, Vucevic, of course, very good.
All star, yeah.
I think
Very, very good.
him come from something there too. Where side name and could box side in him. Magics.
Orlando, yeah, he
Yeah,
was at
yeah.
Box
Orlando.
side here.
Yeah, I think a lot of persons, because the Bulls just beat the Nets the other day,
Yeah.
Yep.
I noticed Cream never really talk about that, but the Bulls just beat the Nets the other day, and every good team that the Nets go up against them lose, right? But let us talk about the Bulls, right?
Yeah.
Huh? Let us talk about the Bulls, right? Like realistically, with how the Bulls team is constructed, Alex Caruso being that defensive piece,
Yeah.
DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Vucevic, these players, coming together, absolutely no ego. Um, DeRozan should have been a Laker. Kems, don't sound disappointed about Westbrook because you were always highlighting Westbrook as a good player. Well, Devin, and I'm sorry you're not on the show for me to whoop you for that comment. What you mean? I can highlight Westbrook as a good player, but I can also say that I believe DeRozan would have been a better fit than Westbrook. When you tell me about body heal and all them kind of people there. When I tell about body heal and then body heal, I don't want body heal from the Lakers, but DeRozan and Kyle Lowry, I would have taken them there in a heartbeat because those players are battle proven, those players are tested, so those are the players that I want. Body heal, no sir. Star Diamond, give me my shout out. I said DeRozan playing at a high level. Absolutely, Star Diamond. I'll give
Yeah.
you a gold star for that. You earned the first gold star on this show, Star Diamond, because you said that DeRozan is indeed playing at a high level. But realistically, how far we believe the Chicago Bulls can go?
All right. It all depends, because remember, we can give Hawks a lot of credit for last season. But the team wasn't that completed. But they went far. With
Yeah,
this Bulls team, them have more firepower to it.
yeah,
So you can't count them out not making the final.
yeah,
And we say Miami Heat start have some injuries, so them start fall off and so forth. But
yeah.
after remember that this team is built with more than one players and a team, so them have a chance of going to the final. Maybe not
All right,
meeting next, maybe not meeting Brooklyn, but be competitive
all right.
at near to the final.
All right. So here is our Sefton saying Miami Heat winning it all this season. Kyle Lowry will be the difference. We didn't have in the bubble and last year. Do you guys cry bull on that, or you guys agree?
That
Miami
Miami
Heat,
winning everything.
Yeah, that Miami is going to win it all this season.
No, I don't see Miami winning it all.
Why is that? Tell me a reason why
Um,
you don't see
in
Miami
Kevin
winning
stay
it all.
fit.
I think that, and I think you have better teams out there. Like right now, I would. a fully healthy Milwaukee is better than Miami. I believe. Um, Warriors, Suns. I think those teams constructed better than Miami and would beat Miami.
What I think about Miami is that they are too reliant on the 3 point shot. If the 3 point shot is not falling, with Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero
Mhm,
and those boys,
mhm.
if it's not falling, then I don't think they have a plan B. You know, I don't think they have, and I think they're also, I still think they're a bit too Jimmy Butler reliant because Jimmy Butler been out the last
Yeah,
3-4
yeah,
games,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and we have seen a different Miami
It's
team.
not just Jimmy. Bam is out as well.
No, but
Yeah,
Bam
Bam is
was
up.
that's what they are.
Yeah, Bam out before Jimmy though, and they
Yeah.
were still winning. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Oh, okay.
and somebody say fully fit Bulls. Only
Yeah,
team I see beating them
yeah,
is Bucks or Nets.
yeah.
Do you guys
Agree.
agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
No,
Why?
no. A fully fit Bulls. Only team I see beating them is Bucks or Nets. Bucks, I can say yes. Nets, I'm not sure. It
I don't
Look,
think
depends.
Nets.
It
Kyrie
depends
have
on
to come
what
back for that.
version. Two things. Depends on Kyrie if he comes back or not, and it depends on what version of Harden is gonna be playing. Because if it's the subpar Harden what that we've been seeing,
good point.
it's a first round exit or second round at best for the Brooklyn Nets.
Good point. Good point.
Yes, yes, Devin. You
Brother,
ran away.
brother.
You ran. Yes.
Yeah, me not feel so well. I make me you draw me out of my sickness with your foolishness.
All
Remember
right.
when you talk about Westbrook? I understand what you're saying for better pick. But remember, you always supported Westbrook. And then when they trade at me, right?
Yes.
You know what one of your consistent punchline, yo, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but me reminding if you not follow. One of them consistent punchline was, me don't want the man come tell me nothing about no big tree. Don't tell me about no big tree when Lakers doing good because you all were knocking Westbrook. Everybody was saying Westbrook no good. So now everybody talking about big three with him, AD and LeBron. And what he was saying was justified because everybody used to be saying Westbrook and whatever. So now Westbrook joined with AD and LeBron. Everybody start creating narrative about a big three. But then
Okay.
with the intention that okay, they may get a title, but then what Kems is saying, okay, you can't be saying it's a victory now when you're already knocking Westbrook. So he was very happy that Westbrook was there because he was saying, okay, the big three now, as it is in quotes, will take Lakers to glory land. So no, but I sound disappointed now because people are saying, oh, there wasn't. You always saying, I'm gonna use back one of your favorite quotes, You always saying, hindsight, what 2020? What
Hindsight is
Curry and
hindsight is 2020.
yeah. So because
Yep.
Barrow playing good and everybody playing good now, don't don't want to say like sound. You know, the only thing you can knock me is
No.
like, I'm misinterpreting how you are sounding. That's the only thing you can bash me on because you're sounding
Okay.
disappointed. You're sounding
No. No. All
disappointed.
right.
All right, speaking about
Producer.
Lakers, I have a question for you.
Producer. I just sent you something. I just sent you something in the inbox, producer. Can you just put that up for me, please? Let me rubbish this Devin guy comments. And I
No,
want
this one was sounding like yes.
no.
Yo,
All right.
yo.
No. No.
He was
All
all
right.
for it.
No.
Ah,
Give me a.
sorry, nobody
All
sound
right.
disappointed now.
So look.
And
Big
when
up
me and
this
Wally
Sunny.
and
Look.
some youth on the page used to bash
Okay.
for Westbrook, him did in a Westbrook.
Kana.
Look at this. Look at Westbrook last 6 games. Look at these wonderful numbers. 26, 10, and 9. 31, 10, and 13. 25 and 7. 29, 11, and 10. 25, 9, and 6. 23, 6, and 5. Look at these wonderful numbers from Russell Westbrook. So I don't know what kind of garbage you come telling me. Oh,
Nah, then
Westbrook is.
young Inali. So me I say no. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
no,
You
no.
sounded disappointed when you're when the guys,
No.
yo, all the man sounding my talk about DeRozan. That DeRozan should have
No.
been a Laker.
No.
Kyle
No,
Lowry
no,
should have been
no.
a Laker.
No,
But
no,
then
no. What I
they
was.
start sounding disappointed like, you know, what about your favorite player?
No, all right. So again, I know I started them and I say it pained my heart to see Carmelo and Monk on the court and Russell is the player shooting three.
Yeah. What I know?
Is
Start there, man. Big up yourself for that. I always say that. And AD have a problem with that to play like God. You have shooters on the field, play a motion, or whatever it is to get them to shoot. You're not a shooter going at the paint. That's one of the dominant, you know. Why not shoot you? Load the shooters to shoot.
All right. So Devin, this is what I'm saying. Before
Tell
Russell
me.
Westbrook even came about in the picture, DeRozan came out and said that he would like to play with LeBron in LA. I was for it because if DeRozan is not the man, he will play some good basketball. Once he's the man, everything will change, right? When it comes on to Kyle Lowry, he said he wanted to play with DeMar DeRozan again, right? So those two, they were willing to come over and take less money, right? That was one. So I was for that. When that didn't come true, I don't know why it never come true. I think probably was some money issue. I think they could have signed DeRozan, but they couldn't sign Kyle. I think that was it, right? I don't want DeRozan alone. I want both of them, not DeRozan alone. So I am saying no, that was out of the picture. No, they were talking about with Sacramento for sign Buddy Hield. And I'm saying, why am I going to deal with scrub Buddy Hield for my team? Like playing, like right now when we want to win a championship, we can't win a championship with Buddy Hield right now. Like Buddy Hield only offer trees. Melo offer trees. Wayne Ellington offer trees. We have so much players on the team who offer trees. So what we are doing with Buddy Hield? So we have to get the next best person. Russell Westbrook. What is Russell Westbrook? As much as you don't like the man is a superstar in this league. The man is a hold on. I'm gonna make you talk, man. Let me talk. The man is a superstar in this league. The man is a Hall of Famer in this league. The man is a walking triple-double. The man really and truly is a walking basket in this NBA league. So I don't know what you're talking about. What you need to be worried about. I just showed you the numbers. Producer, put up back the numbers again for me because I just showed you the number. In his last 6 games, it's buckets. I want you to show me Anthony Davis number within that time. Show me Anthony Davis number, who's supposed to be a top 5 player in the NBA. Show me that number. You want to go talk text it for Russell Westbrook. Don't make Russell Westbrook be your scapegoat.
No, the way you sound like you're disappointed.
There was that.
Yo, look at this.
Yeah?
Look at these immaculate numbers. If when I say Jamorant with these numbers, when jump up and when I get turned on by these numbers, but with Russell Westbrook is always a problem. Look at these numbers. 26, 10, and 9. Absolutely sensational. 31, 10, and 13. Oh gosh, man. Tell me which NBA Kareem, tell me 5 NBA players putting up better numbers in the last 6 games than this man. First of all, go ahead.
They might wait for the fourth column, turnovers.
No, the thing with Westbrook, like since him come Lakers, me tell someone, because you have some people as attack me say, I'm not jumping on the bandwagon to bash Westbrook no more because he's a Laker, so I have to support him. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I can't say Westbrook no more. I used to do it, and I'm not gonna lie. When he was in Washington, I used to bash him, man. But he's a Laker now, so I'm not doing that no more. I'm supporting whatever I'm saying. Get what I'm saying?
Hey, put up Pepper Paul comment. Put up Pepper Paul comment from a producer. Because when I get me heated in this right now. Anytime I don't want to come discredit Westbrook, when I get me heated in this. See, Westbrook is the only one on the team playing up to standard. Your coach, Devin, who you love, Frank Vogel, that man needs to run out of town. You tell me about that man win championship. That man is supposed to be a
championship.
Hold on. That man is supposed to be a defensive coach, and that man is the worst coach in the
West
right now.
You can't be a defensive coach with the pieces you have, because I don't know how you can't be a defensive coach with certain pieces.
Correct.
No, Kareem, correct my ass. What is correct about that? Let us look at. I can show you all of the lineups that Frank Vogel put on this court.
Brother.
Go ahead.
You look at like a one season, so because this season, the man is a defensive coach, and the man has record to show that he's defensive.
What record does he have? Right. What record does he have?
Like 2019-2020 season, go check it up. When AD, which is one of the top defenders around, and Brown was down, the man he had the top. The Lakers were holding every team to like about 102, between 100 and 106 points, which was the best in the league without AD, who is a big protector. And you know why? Because he had better pieces there. Maggie was there. You can't come to the rim, come go like that, making the layup and dunk. You get what I'm saying? I think all those still there. You had big players in there. You had one of the Marcus twins in there. You had people who were great.
All right, Devin. All right, Devin, you know basketball, right? You know basketball. Can you tell me, if your coach is such a big coach, why was DeAndre Jordan starting for the Lakers? Tell me which sense that can make. First of all, his offensive game is non-existent. And his defense, he cannot even move on defense.
Well,
tell me why him start.
He shouldn't be a Laker in the first place. I don't know if he's between the coach or game. Like, he shouldn't be a Laker because like nobody really want him no more.
Just the other game versus the Clippers, I see them come talk about Dwight Howard would now be the starter.
The only thing because the only thing I'm gonna knock my coach for right now, because my coach bring me a championship. We can't go and bash him. The only thing I'm gonna knock my coach, that's something I think Robbie or that said earlier, like Westbrook playing good, right? But Westbrook taking a lot of threes, too many threes. But when you have a man like Wayne Ellington, if you check Wayne Ellington and stats them now, Wayne Ellington will finish the game with 3 or 5 threes and 2 from threes. Why is this guy not taking more threes? Why the coach not creating more shot for this guy? When this guy is shooting like about 50, if you check him close to 50%, right? And you have other players shooting so many threes, and that's why you're bringing him. Because one of the criticisms of the Lakers was like, we're not having enough sharp shooters, and you're bringing Monk, you're bringing Wayne Ellington. Monk getting a lot of time and creating a lot of shots. But Wayne Ellington sometimes finish the game with 2 from threes, and that's the only shot him take for the entire game.
All right. What I will say, Devin, and that comes down to that comes down to coaching, right? That comes down to coaching, and then
so far this season can knock him on.
Dwayne Blackwood is saying the coach won an armchair championship.
You care what I want to say?
I don't think the coach played a significant role in winning that championship. I think they could have won a championship with you as the coach, Devin.
No,
honestly, I don't think Frank Vogel did a lot, and I don't think these crapper players. The same thing I want to say about Ole, as for Manchester United say he doesn't demand respect from the players. It's the same thing I think with Frank Vogel. I don't think these players respect him. I don't think these players play hard for him. I don't think these players look up to him as somebody who is the gold standard. I just don't see it. So I think he needs to get shipped out of town. I want Mark Jackson on my team. I don't want a Frank Vogel.
Brother, you want Mark Jackson saying like you want Colin Kaepernick to come back in the NFL, brother. You know, so the man blackball man, like the man don't want the ball to come back.
Yo, Westbrook supposed to create chance of shooters.
Did you not see the assist numbers for Russell Westbrook just now?
No, listen up. But no time they might take shots when there are other shooters that are open. I call that nonsense.
When last you watch a Westbrook game where you see Westbrook take nonsensical shots. If you look at the game versus the Clippers, the man never take no bag of trees. If you look at the game against the Kings, remember, the game against the Kings, the Lakers went on a 40-8 run behind Russell Westbrook. Not Anthony. There was no LeBron in that game. Not behind girly Anthony Davis, behind Russell Westbrook, who was leading that offense and driving that offense to victory. Remember, this was the same Sacramento team that they lost to when they got to triple overtime, So what we are talking
and Russ was poor in the ending of that game.
Which one? The one that they lost in triple overtime?
Yep.
Everybody was poor. LeBron was poor. AD was poor. Everybody was poor in that game. Yes.
The decision making from Russell is still a problem.
But he's getting better.
It's not the greatest.
It's not the greatest, but it's getting better. It's 24 games the Lakers are playing this season, 58 games to go. They just need to get into the top 6 and avoid the Phoenix Suns in the first round, and then we can take it from there. So I think January they will be making some trades. What team is Kem's team? Burn the Heat jersey if you ain't repping for the culture. I live in Portland, but I'm in Miami now, so I'm repping Miami right now. All right, so let us move on really quickly to another rubbish player. Another player who I don't see get as scrutinized as Russell Westbrook. Another player who is not putting up magical numbers like Russell Westbrook. right? We're talking about James Harden. What is this? Against the Chicago Bulls, 14 points, 5 of 21 shooting, 24% from the field. If Russell Westbrook ever put up these numbers, on sit down upon the man name for 3 months. I don't think I had to research this to see this what James Harden going on
Hold
with.
on now.
Cream, this is
This
your
guy,
player.
this guy driving me crazy, man. He's getting on my last nerve now, man. I don't know what the hell is going on with Harden, brother. It's
He
I
told
don't know.
he said he have a like it's every other game or every 2 games him play good. Because I remember a game he had
Yeah.
38 and he was balling out and then him come to
So,
this now.
so far, whenever we play a team 500 or above is when time in putting these pathetic performances. As we
Yep.
played the Knicks and he put up nearly a 40-point triple double, and I was like, all right, we're
He's
seeing
back.
the real James Harden now. He's back.
It's,
And
Just to be followed up by these inept performances, man. I don't know, and that's why I say it all in the Nets' success hinges on what version of Harden they're gonna get in the
yep.
postseason.
Yeah,
Yep.
cause
If it's this version, they ain't going nowhere. And if they're gonna get this version, then
Yep.
they need to swallow their pride and reconsider getting back Kyrie to play only in the away games.
but you have to remember this. If you only want to play home games, I would have cut him salary.
It's already being cut. He's only being paid now for the away games, which is
Oh,
like I think he work
Kyrie?
out to Kyrie, yeah, which is only like I think he work out to probably 17 mil a year fee year he's gonna make. But yeah, if this is the Harden they're gonna have in the postseason, this can't do anything.
yeah,
I think this guy, this name James Harden. Because
Yeah.
remember the last part of him Rockets career. Look like his mind is not there, and the rule affect him.
Mm.
The rule affect him. But you need to get him in thing together and do it. If not, tell him they don't want to play and find one in a team.
But he had against Knicks, he put up nearly 40 points, triple double.
Yeah, watch the next game then. Watch the next game then. It
He
was a
said
very
that
entertaining
before
game.
Reggie was the commentator. He said that before the game started, he spoke to him and told him to be aggressive and remember that he's a league MVP. It looked like we need to hire Reggie and
Who said it?
the coaching staff.
Who said him spoke to him?
Reggie Miller.
Or Reggie?
Yeah. It looked like we need to hire him and put him on the coaching staff to talk to James Harden before every game. Because I don't know what the hell is going on.
yo, the
All
thing.
right. Hold on there.
Go
Here
ahead,
is
go
the
ahead, go ahead.
Sexton say, why is Carmelo Anthony such a great scorer? Yet his shooting percentage is a tad above average.
I think that should have been a tad below average, right? Because based on him statement,
You see this brother on the door playing the mind on them Sterling and he's like a Lakers and a LeBron hater. He would drive you
Yeah.
crazy.
no point, man. But me don't understand the
I
statement.
don't want to bring up all him comment to him. Drive you crazy. He's a hater. Hater
Go
don't
back
know
to the go back to
Yeah,
the you were gonna say about the Harden situation.
Oh,
Yes. Oh, go ahead, Devin.
no, I was saying like I'm saying 2 teams which I watch like every day. Knicks and because they come on, I live in New York, so they come on whether you want to watch it or not.
Yes,
It's on
network.
the local station. Even if you don't have a certain cable channel, you watch it. So with the Nets, right? And people may say, oh, they're top of the standing. They're like 20 something and 7. I don't want 7, but you see all of their 7 games that they lose, it come against some big teams.
Good team.
And then come against good teams. And then when you look at Harden in those, it's only one of those games. The 7 out of the 7 losses, one of those games against those good teams was he like the highest score. He had 24 points, and it's like KD was having an off night.
Okay.
Right? But it's like,
Producer, Dwayne says send him the link.
it's like when somebody was saying, because I think Chicago can make the conference finals, and somebody put the comment section to say, Bucks and Nets can have and Cream correctly said Bucks, because the way Nets playing, you against the other teams, because like against Orlando, I watch a game with Orlando. James Harden was just against Cleveland, he was going crazy. You know what I mean? Putting up some numbers. So the thing with James Harden, I don't know if it's something where they figure him out we talk about the new rule from the last time, so we don't want to go on to the new rule whereby it is a case where he's just having like an off season, like a bad season or something. I don't know, but like the thing is, it's something where the better teams can guard him, because when he come up against these weaker teams, he's just like, yes,
He
boom.
killed them. Yeah, he killed them.
And that statement that they're saying about Reggie talk to him, yeah, I don't think Reggie talking to him have nothing, because he was still against a bug team.
The next,
He was still against a bug team. So if Reggie talk to him and then they play Phoenix Suns now, and then we say yes, he put up a 30-something on Phoenix Suns, all right, and it's working. But I don't know.
All right.
Talking about the next game though, you know something actually did play a good game there. The youth to replace Kempa Walker, Alex.
Alec Burke,
Yeah, they actually have a good game again this time.
Yes, he did. I'm fantasy team, he did. All right. So Dame Lillard was asked on a young player he sees in himself the most, right? And he says it's Ja Morant. And I know Dima will be jumping up and down when he sees this. He's saying that early in his career, it's like he views himself at the highest level with the top players in the league. And that's how I felt. Do any of you guys see a similarity between either a young Dame and a Ja Morant, or a Dame now and a Ja Morant?
No, not to me.
No.
I was surprised. I was surprised he picked Ja Morant. Yeah, I can't see it either.
I
think he's talking more about the mentality.
Oh, I was going to say that.
I think he's talking about the mentality and not the actual play. Because I think Dame Lillard reach heights that Ja Morant will never reach. You know, I see Dame Lillard will that Portland team to the Western Conference Finals in a stacked West. And Ja Morant is playing in the playing game and squeeze through to the playoffs and win one game, get 4 wins.
That's not comparing apples and apples, though, Kims.
What is that? Okay, let's hear.
Lillard had a way better roster around him than what Ja is currently working. Wouldn't you say?
No. Who did Lillard have around him? It was Lillard and CJ. That's it.
Nurkic.
No.
Yo, in terms of that,
let me pull up the Memphis roster right now.
All right.
Yeah.
So in terms of that, it's just like a state of mind. Because in terms of the game, it's totally different. And like, you know, like in terms of the range of 3-point shooting, you know, another level and the game. Because I've been watching Ja Morant. My brother is a big basketball fan. Tell me about Ja Morant. So I was watching him from he was at Morris State, and just the way his game is, he's like a fast kind of player. Get inside, his jump shots start coming on. He's a player where he will get inside and he will like go up against 2-3 players in the paint and still make the shot. Dame is not that kind of player. Dame is not that type of player. You know, I
think Ja Morant game would more resemble Russell Westbrook.
Right. Or probably, you know who? Let me tell you who Ja Morant would really remind me of. Probably a Derrick Rose.
A young Derrick Rose, yep.
A young Derrick Rose.
Athleticism and getting to the rim, yep.
But final thing to disagree with you, Kim. I can't agree with you to say that Ja is not gonna reach certain levels as Dame. He's still young in his career. You know what I mean? If you see him with Memphis and him can bring Memphis to a Western Conference final, then you have to start put some respect on him name, like a Birdman said. Put some respect on him name.
The fact that he almost made them make the playoffs was or did they make it in the play?
No, they made it.
Almost, I see a lot of people saying it, even on TV. Him almost bring the side to players. Almost bring the side to players is a big achievement to talk about a man's career.
No, he actually did make the playoffs.
Yeah, he made the playoffs. No, like I want to see him there, and him like bring the side up to at least say a Western Conference semifinal. Because in the West, it's big guns in there. So if you bring the team,
but remember it's a young team, and you have to look at the team makeup.
Right.
If he brought this young team to the Western Conference Finals, that means that he would have gotten past some really big heavyweights in the West. You
I'm
know,
not
so I
necessarily
think
this season in a crib, not necessarily this season, because with the roster itself and they're playing good still, but we're not gonna say he hasn't his numbers are great, but he hasn't made a great achievement with the team yet. And we're saying there's still time and he can still reach great levels. He can still reach great levels. So I'm not gonna say he's not gonna reach Dame level, but I'm still not gonna say he has achieved anything big with the team.
oh no, not us yet.
Yeah.
All
It's
right, so
Kems, you have to
all right.
retract the statement, man.
No, retract your teeth, man. But retract state. Retract come
Yes,
on.
I have a
Hey,
reach James level, man.
Then
Dwayne,
professionalism.
Dwayne
Yes,
Blackwood
sir.
run from the NFL show last night.
No, man, I was in Negril with my fiance. She had me on the tight wraps. I was on vacation.
Oh.
I'm telling you, which run? Which run? Me just
All
reach
right.
out.
All right. So what do you want to talk about? What do you have to say about
Me I
what we're
talk about
saying?
anything on. Yeah, you talk about Ja, right? And yeah,
Yes.
say he will not reach the level, right?
Yeah,
Right.
we will not
But
reach
to
the heights
me,
that
Okay,
he
me not like
reached.
that talk there still, you know.
You're
Dane,
not supposed to like it. You're not supposed to like it.
me like Dane as a player, you know. But Dane, to me, so far in his career, he has underachieved.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that one
Underachieved.
big shot that don't make a career, brother.
Correct.
One?
That
Yo.
one big shot in the playoffs don't make a career. Many times him coming at the playoff, him get bounced in at the first round or the second round. I
When
don't.
he
All
Has
right.
he ever been to the Western Conference Final?
Yes, he has. Yes, he
came
has.
Yeah.
Once.
Yes, he has.
final,
Once.
Mhm.
oh
In
yeah,
Okay.
how many years?
All right. How many years did it take Chris Paul to reach to a Western Conference Finals? What would really they start talking about? Like
No,
what would
but
they start talking about?
so hold
And Chris
on.
Paul
No, we're not.
and Chris
Hold
Paul,
on.
yes.
Hold on. Why you switch to Chris Paul? We are talking about Ja and Dane.
No,
So we are
no,
yeah.
but
bringing
you're
Chris
saying
Paul.
that. No, you are saying that how long it took Dame Lillard to reach to a Western Conference Finals. And I'm saying them dragging that scrub Portland team and Portland coach to the Western Conference Finals. That is
So
like winning
CJ
an
McCollum is
NBA.
a scrub.
No, we're not gonna make you submit in a statement. No.
CJ
You can't
McCollum
have
is
a
a
scrub
scrub.
team when people say CJ and Dame are like the second best backcourt
Yeah,
player
CJ
in
is
the
a
league right
scrub.
now, behind Steph and Clay. People have
I
him
No.
up
have
there.
seen
I'm
All
a
right.
scrub team that.
All
I
right.
have seen
All right, let me show
CJ
you.
carry Dane when Dane not play well and Portland win with CJ. So don't come with that.
Yeah, you might see
CJ
them
ain't
win
no
one or
scrub.
two. You might see them
He's
win
a
one or
good.
two regular season games. One or two regular season
He's
games.
good. He's a good Batman. He's not. He's a good number two, right? But the
Who
thing
that?
with
CJ?
yeah,
A good Robin. A good Robin.
A good
What
Robin.
man, Robin, which one?
I remember the Kems. You play where you
Robin.
call soft now, my player at AD. Remember I say AD is sweeping when him that Pelicans,
Yeah.
Well,
No, forget
AD
this,
was supposed to sweep him. He had a prime DeMarcus Cousins, a prime Rajon Rondo. Do you want
Okay.
me to continue? A
What do you mean?
prime AD. He was supposed to sweep
Oh,
him.
no, not supposed to.
No, he wasn't because I
No, he
think
wasn't supposed to.
wasn't
People was
Pelicans the
expecting that.
lowest seed. Pelicans was the lowest seed when they swept on Portland. Portland was the highest
Yeah,
seed.
yeah, but Cream, you and I both know in the West, seeding and them thing they not gonna really matter when it comes down to what really I look on. Like them thing they really and truly no matter.
Kems, what I would say about Jano, right? Him
Yes.
definitely need to work on him outside shooting, right? And most players that come into the league, they didn't come with a good outside game. They got to constantly work season after season for the outside game to get better. Just like your guy, LeBron James. He couldn't shoot. He didn't have an outside shot when he came into the league.
But
But
he was so dominant inside.
he's a freak of nature. You couldn't stop him from get to the rim.
Exactly. But
Right?
Jamorant is not a freak of nature.
No.
And
But
first
But
of
he's
all,
still
he athletic.
Doing. Wipe off right yesterday. You're talking a bunch of crap, man. Boy, you walk up, compare Ja Morant to LeBron James. You're talking a bunch of crap.
No,
It's just,
I'm not.
I'm in a comparison. Just I say the limitation.
The
Anytime,
shooting
hold
came
on.
on later.
Anytime you point anything out the Kems, him say you're making comparison. But
Yeah, but that's what. But then when I
show
mentioned
you
Chris
out.
Paul, but
Right.
Dwayne, I mentioned Chris Paul just now, and you told me that I'm making a comparison. Well, I really wasn't. I really wasn't. I was just simply saying.
No, I wasn't making a I was not making a comparison. But you can't use the career of Ja, which is one season and a little bit, to compare with a
Well, the man been in
season.
the league 3 seasons now.
Which 3 seasons?
This is third season in the
Season.
league.
Yeah.
Is it third
It's
season?
third season.
Yeah, but still young.
Yeah, I'm still young. Yeah, I'm still young.
All right.
Give him time.
Okay. All right.
Give him
so
2
I'm
more
ask you
seasons.
a question.
Give him
two more
seasons.
seasons.
Then you
All
can
right.
make the comparison.
So hold on.
Dean wasn't a great shooter when he came into the league. He wasn't logo 3 in year 3. He wasn't logo. He wasn't shooting that from the logo in year 3. He developed that shot.
All
Come
right.
on.
Fair enough.
Only
What's
player
your take on? So what's
like-
your take on Luka?
What's the ceiling?
Like Luka and Trey Young, and them coming in the league with like range.
Who ceiling?
Eh?
What you guys think that the ceiling is for a Ja?
The ceiling for him?
Yeah, do you see a league MVP?
Hell no. Hell no.
No, with Ja, I want to see him get at least another good. You have some good players, but get another. For me to judge, get another top-notch player down here with him. At least one more. I mean, no disrespect to Jackson and all those we playing. Get another top-notch player with him, and then we judge him. Say, okay, let me see how him and that player can bring that team.
Well, they will have to get that in the draft, bro. Nobody's going to Memphis. You know where Memphis is? I don't know how I'm going to say, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let me tell you.
Overtime.
So let me tell you what I win. What I think Ja Morant will win. I think Ja Morant will win a scoring title. I think he'll win a scoring title because he'll be forced to score a lot of points for Memphis to make it to.
Can he be the best player on a title-winning team?
No.
Yes.
No.
So you don't think Grizzlies can attract players to come there?
No. Remember when Grizzlies was called
Memphis?
Remember when Grizzlies was called remember when Grizzlies was the grindhouse, when they had Mark Gasol, Mike Conley, Tony Allen, and all them boys. They still could attract.
Yep.
They still could attract that added star that Zach Randolph and them boys.
No
they
free
still
agents. Not going to Memphis.
No star
I
not go
Memphis many times, brother.
Memphis a country.
Memphis is like a little ghost town.
Memphis a country. Bush. Only people Bush.
Memphis is right between Arkansas.
So then suppose him leave.
Geography. Memphis is right between Arkansas, Tennessee, and Missouri.
Yeah, him can leave. Him can leave.
Yeah.
And Mississippi, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Them three.
Look at this. Look at this.
The reason why I ask what you guys view is ceiling as now is because I look at his contemporaries now, and I can look at Luka and I can see a league MVP in Luka.
Yep. I agree.
I think Luka is head and shoulders above Ja Morant.
I think Luka is way better than Ja Morant. Like, that's no comparison.
I agree.
I think Trae Young is better than Ja Morant right now too.
Yeah.
Right now, Trae Young is, I think he is 5th in scoring and 3rd in assists. So I think Trae Young right now, and obviously he led the Hawks team to, the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite players. That's one of my favorite players, Trae Young. I watched him a lot when he was at Oklahoma State, and I remember when he was there. Like you were talking about range, like in the college league, the line is closer for the 3-point line.
Yep.
But when he was making those shots from there, he was making it. They kept saying he was making the range like Steph Curry. They kept comparing to Steph Curry and Dame. They say even though the 3-point line is closer in college, the shots that you were making at Oklahoma State, they were the same range and same distance like a Dame and a Steph. And they were saying, no doubt this guy gonna be like, they were
Yeah,
talking about
man.
he was gonna be a star in the league.
All right. So here's the thing, Carl Anthony Towns saying that he thought that he had the LeBron effect and he could just come in the NBA and do it by himself. But he realized quickly, obviously, that he is indeed not LeBron James because there's only one LeBron James who is the greatest basketball player to ever touch a basketball. But it's neither here nor there. He said you realize you really can't do it by yourself. So Carl Anthony Towns now, right? Obviously, he had some help. He has Anthony Edwards. He has D'Angelo Russell.
Yep.
Where do you guys really rate Carl Anthony Towns as a center in this league? Is he a top 5 center in this league?
You could say he's one of the best offensive center and a modern center. But defensively, still lacks certain things. But him young as time goes by, he will correct what he need to correct and grow what he need to grow. But offensive is one of the best.
Young? I don't think Cat is young, man.
No, sir.
Cat not young. Cat has been in the league for a minute, man. He's not young.
I mean, like
Young in terms of age.
What?
How old is he?
Cat gone more than 5 seasons now, man.
Yeah, but
This man is 26 years old, brother.
we are talking about him.
Young. He's not young.
This one is that's young.
Young,
You mean?
man.
How old is that?
How much season him play?
It don't matter how much season him play. The man
Them
is
not-
26.
Man,
them-
young man,
them
you
not
can catch up, man.
young in age, not
when
young
we're
in age.
talking about NBA with NBA players, we're talking about players how many seasons they have
Experience
played
to
the
talk
game.
about.
You understand? So when you say a man young, if he did 4 years in college and then he came into the league now and he's 26, we don't say, oh, he's a young
Yeah.
NBA player.
The Sports Friends is saying 6. He was drafted in 2015.
2015, yeah,
6
What
years.
that?
Isn't
Yeah,
that a
6
large
years,
enough
and then
sample size?
okay. Let me show you. All right, so he's been drafted 6 years. One of those years, they can rule it out to COVID. Another year, he has the
Injury.
death of his mom, injury, and all
Yeah,
of that.
he has
2
been
years.
through a lot. I agree.
Yeah, so
So,
as I say, he's still young.
so 4
Where we
years.
say
Give him
young?
4 solid years. He has played 4 solid years of NBA basketball, and I'm saying he has at least, because I think he's with Jordan Woods or whatever she named right now. Yeah, so I think he's living that good life, right? So I think he can play at a high level. I can give him probably 8 more NBA seasons at a high level. Hopefully the Lakers listen to me and trade Anthony Davis for
No, I'm not agreeing with
for
you.
Carl Anthony Towns.
Cat are lazy, man. So, but I feel like
Yes, exactly.
some
Exactly.
lazy, man. That's
Defense
why
poor.
yeah. They now that work ethic like
Yeah,
what you
defense
said.
poor.
Yeah,
That's why
Jimmy Butler for run them when.
run out of town. Left.
Yeah, because Jimmy Butler, come on, yeah. I have to do more as a big man, and Jimmy
Yeah.
Butler raise them up and make them know what is it, because them man they work hard.
Yeah.
And I
don't know
have
what
a
I
point
feel
to
like
make.
that,
All of the man them who left Cat them game improve.
Right.
Right? Look at Wiggins. Can you believe this is the same Wiggins that was playing
I
with
think
Cat?
I think the environment that Wiggins found himself in is a big help as well. How
Yeah.
body operate, work field. I think
Yeah, go ahead, Kareem. Let me not cut you.
I was saying, I think Wiggins in a different location, we probably would have the same. Probably wouldn't see what we see from him now in Golden State.
The only
Alright.
thing I defend Cat with is that he's in a dysfunctional organization.
And I think I don't like with some of these players. Like,
Yeah,
it's like you have to have for them to play with certain kind of players. It's like you should be a professional. Don't matter who they come with. Like a bit like a friend thing, like a certain kind of player they must forget. So that's why the informer work good. Iman work good.
him and D'Lo.
Yeah.
Him and D'Lo.
They're my friend. And he was instrumental in that trade too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they are really
I
close.
know you don't bring up Informer, you know.
No, man, Informer,
So
we can't forget what Informer do, man.
all right, so here is one of the greats, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Is clearly he is hurt that we have a new Laker in town getting all the attention, and he's going to finish as the greatest Laker ever. So
Come on.
so
Wow.
as a result of that, hey, can you allow me to make my introduction without being interrupted, please? So here comes Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with his bad mind self. Why do you need to do a stupid, childish dance and disrespect the other team? It doesn't make sense. Goats don't dance. So, first off, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is already putting the world on notice that LeBron James is the GOAT. So he's basically saying that, hey, you are the GOAT. Why do you need to dance? But let me educate Kareem Abdul-Jabbar a little bit. Kareem, I understand that you played in a time where the NBA was boring, when life was boring, when things were not evolving. In this day and age, this is what millennials do. This is what we look forward to. This is what get ratings on the TV, Mr. Abdul Jabbar. So as a result of that, LeBron James as one of the most viewed superstars across all sports, not just basketball, all sports, has to do things to keep the public entertained. And as a result of that, he has decided to orchestrate this dance, which I might add, I think he did it much better than Sam
What
Cassell, who
what
invented the dance.
what absolute rubbish.
You rubbish man attack, man.
All right, how am I talking rubbish?
You
Robbie
know
Rich, I'm
rubbish?
sure you'll agree with me, Robbie Rich.
No, you
No,
are rubbish, brother.
yo, you have other things we can actually do to maintain certain things attention, but
Exactly, exactly.
I think that is over the board, though. That
The
come on.
fact that the NBA finds you for it, it shows that yeah, this is not needed. This is not
No, big.
something that
All
the
right,
NBA.
all right. Let me show you. All right, well done, Michelle. You see why I love you like cook food. I disagree. I don't see anything wrong with celebrating. That's what I'm talking about, Michelle.
Aye,
Like,
Well,
aye.
Michelle,
hold on,
All right, you
hold
have
on, hold on, hold on, hold on 1 second. Like, come on, guys. Like, on a serious note, no, we have to move from this thing where we don't want people to express themselves. We don't want people to show out. Like these guys put their body through strenuous work. And if all that these guys can do is just come and celebrate, why are we trying to, who are we to be gatekeepers of celebration? Who is Kareem Abdul Jabbar to be gatekeeper for the GOAT? For the
Kev,
person who has helped
Aye.
evolve
Kev,
the NBA. Like
Hold
this
on,
man
Kev,
has done
hold
Kev,
on,
Kev.
hold on there. Ask your question,
Man,
Kems.
go on talk.
Jonathan.
Make him go on talk. I ask something in there.
Well, I have a question, Kems. And Devin
yeah.
supposed to know this though. When Cavani was at Liga, right? You never seen
Yes.
get charged already and suspended for the Arrow celebration him do.
Well, come on. Hey, Robbie Rich, don't let me ban it from this show, Robbie Rich. Listen, we're talking about a goat here. And you're
Yes,
telling me
so
about
listen up,
blasted
man.
Cavani.
It's about the
No, no, no,
celebration.
So no rule apply to goats. They shouldn't
No,
follow any
man.
no,
rule.
but look here
No.
now. I gotta tell you how Kim's bias and enough fear now. Me and Dwayne, when we were up on the NFL podcast and thing, and we are talking about Baker and we are talking about some celebration we used to do in a college and some things we do. And if I agree with you, said some of those actions were inappropriate, but we were making the point that it worked for certain people because I think Baker, him attitude, even though him not that a great type of player, I don't know, him get a lot of commercial and certain things work for a lot of people. Like with the girl that we can't run, what's her name? Shakiri. Like certain PR and bad publicity can be good for some people. So
Did you
the main
Devin?
point is we were knocking Baker for some things we used to do, and we didn't even mention Odell Beckham certain things that they used to do because they were considered what you call obscene gestures.
All right.
So now
Okay.
we're playing with
I want to ask you a
why
question,
you not
though.
say the obscene gesture now and you're not say
Hold-
a celebration and the way he express himself. No, brother, the same thing.
All right, so Mr. House, I want to ask you a question, right?
Yes, sir.
So
Go
you're
ahead.
saying that no moral compass is supposed to be set in line for a goat. A goat
No.
that is idolized by people, a goat that kids look up to as their
Yeah.
idol. So you're
All
telling me
right.
that it's okay for a goat to grab their crutch as he did and Remember that this man influence others, so you're telling these kids that it's okay to do that.
All right. First of all, original host. Let me tell you how it go. Parents are the ones who's supposed to be role model for their kids. If you as a parent want to tell your kids, oh, there is LeBron James, follow what LeBron James do, you have already failed as a parent, right? What I am saying, LeBron, is that this is all I'm saying. I am saying that LeBron doing that celebration, he just hit a bit. Listen to the sequence of events. Bam, suspended one game. Then no, come back. He was suspended and fine, right? And then come back now and then hit a big three. All he's doing, Levon, that's all he's doing. He is just celebrating. I don't think it has nothing. And this is the thing with us as a people. We try to take the thing too far. Moral compass this. Moral, like, and then we try to like private parts. We try to criminalize private parts, like penis and vagina. Those things are real things. Like what? Like where we try to criminalize these things like they are something bad. Like you can't grab your crotch or you can't,
Yeah,
like
you
what are we
can
doing?
grab your crotch, but remember, say it's general viewing. It's inappropriate for the general viewing to do that. You can do that in a private setting, yes.
I have not listened to Kim.
You understand, Kems? Kems, I guarantee you, if it was a player that you didn't like, did that, you wouldn't be defending it.
Thank you very much, dude. Thank you.
All right,
Well,
so
we know,
Shem Jack
but
is
Kevin, we know Kems already, you know.
Shem Jack is saying no, Kim.
LeBron and Westbrook can
Parents
never do no wrong.
Why you think me
Shem
not,
Jack
me not,
is
me not
saying
try to find
no,
no argument
Kim's.
against him? Me not.
Parents are supposed to be. However, a child will choose their own role model. Parents act as a guide.
Oh,
You,
okay. Hold on. Let
it,
me ask
it,
a question, Kems.
hold
Right?
on, let me respond to Shem Jack first. Shem Jack, again, I am going to say, as a parent, I am still a gelding, so I don't have any kids right now. So, but I'm saying, as a parent, your responsibility is to ensure that you are a role model to your child. Your child will be able to see a lot of stuff out there that they're probably not supposed to see, but they're supposed to have that foundation from their mom and their father, right? So if a child is looking at LeBron James grabbing his crotch and want to grab their crotch too, then as a parent, I am sorry, I don't think you have done a good job. That is just me. You can call me stupid or
No,
whatever, but that is
but
just me.
Kim, it's just like anything. It's just like in everywhere, If you are going to a particular venue and expecting to see something that G-rated, and then you end up seeing something that R-rated, it goes against what you were expecting. The basketball is a family program, family show. So you're expecting to see G-rated things. And that, my friend, according to the NBA, that is not.
Brother, I never
Well,
argue with Kim's about that. The only thing I'm going to say to him are the basketball aspect of him so-called intro. LeBron will never be the greatest Laker ever. That's all I'm going to say. So
Yeah,
the
that.
other argument I'm going to put forward to that is related to that. Because we know Kim's theory, but
Yeah,
All
LeBron
right,
will be the
hold
greatest.
on. I'm
And the
going to
guy
respond to
who's
that
making the
shortly.
comment is the greatest Laker. One of the greatest Laker ever with Kobe
yep,
All
and
right,
Magic.
and Magic.
Shem Jack, you're telling me that my argument is flawed.
There
Okay,
you
I'm
go.
going send us an email. Send us an email, Shem Jack, because I want you on the show to come and defend the argument. Since my argument is flawed, Shem Jack, come on
No
the
man.
show and then let us talk about it. Um, Look
We
at this.
we
Okay, all right. Here is Michelle saying. So when MJ grabbed his crotch in famous dance, that was leading kids astray. When
in what
MJ, huh?
in famous dance.
I think she's talking about the last
Last
dance. I
dance.
think the last dance. Yeah. When MJ used to long out him tongue and I la 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 la. What is that? What is that? Who don't tell me this?
No, brother.
The Kems, the NBA has
okay.
a code of conduct, brother. Like just like your job, your 9 to 5 have a code of conduct. The NBA has one as well.
All right.
If
So
you
why
breach
when
it, you just breach it.
okay, Michael? Okay. All right. All right. Remember, Michael Jordan has done a lot of stuff, and I don't want to turn. Oh, Michelle said
Michael
Michael Jackson.
Jackson.
Oh, my.
Michael
Michael
Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but some of Michael thing was very edgy. It wasn't for kids.
yeah.
You understand? It
What,
wasn't come. It wasn't
what the
coming on.
backside is?
Let us not
Kid.
not stray. Let us not stray.
Yeah, I don't want to. Here is Vincent joining us. Yesterday was his birthday, so happy
Mr.
birthday,
K.
boss.
Happy
Happy
Yes,
birthday
birthday.
to
baby.
Vincent Jago.
Respect.
All right.
Yes. So we are here. So Vincent, as you come
Mm-hmm.
in, we are here talking about the greatest Laker ever, LeBron James.
One
The
of
Nope,
greatest
Kings.
basket.
Nope, nope, nope.
no,
One of
no,
Kings,
no,
man.
no, no, no,
We're
Hold
no,
not.
on,
Kems.
hold on,
Say you're
No,
greatest
Kems.
Laker ever. You're greatest Laker ever.
hold
One
on.
of
All
Kings.
right.
The
So
greatest Laker ever is Magic Johnson, and that's undeniable.
No,
well,
we're not saying undeniable. That's arguable. Don't say undeniable. Arguable.
That's undeniable,
Arguable.
not even
Kobe is
arguable.
there.
all right.
KD is
So
there.
let me ask you a
All
question,
right.
Vincent. So
Kareem
Yeah.
is
Vincent,
there too.
is LeBron
Mm-hmm.
James a better player than Magic Johnson?
Yeah, but LeBron James' career span across 3 teams. Magic
And
is the ultimate Laker. In fact, between Magic, Kobe, and Jerry
Kareem.
Curry.
West.
What?
And
Kareem.
Jerry
Jerry
West.
West,
Kareem.
You can't go
Jerry
Kareem.
West.
Kareem
You can't
too.
go Kareem.
Listen. Jerry West is not only a player, but the man is a player, manager. The man set up Laker organization. I would not talk about
Man, I
Jerry
love it.
West. You understand? Jerry West is a Laker for life. You understand? But I understand what you guys said.
yes, but what
Mm,
I'm saying is, in my humble
mhm,
estimation,
You want
um, I, be, I,
mhm.
I believe LeBron James is the greatest Laker ever
Jesus.
Okay.
because
With one chip.
when the huh
With one chip as a
well
Laker.
all
All right.
right, so let
Get
us
two
look at
questions.
hold on, Cream,
Get two questions.
hold on, Cream.
Mm,
So if we look at conversion rate, right? LeBron has been a Laker what 3 seasons now,
mhm.
1 championship, right? Kobe has been a Laker 20 seasons,
Yeah. 5. Yeah.
5 championship. How much percentage there? All right. Shaq has been a Laker. How much season? 3 championship. Magic Johnson has been um Magic Johnson has been a Laker how many years? And he has what? 5 championships. So I'm
And
just saying, if we look at conversion rate, I just believe that LeBron James is up there. And LeBron James went to the Lakers when the Lakers was in absolute turmoil. Like
Yeah,
Kim.
The Lakers
Kim,
is the Oklahoma City
Kim,
Thunder
the
when
sample
LeBron
size
went
is
there.
too low.
too low,
Kim,
brother.
The
And you do
Kim's,
sample
numbers,
size is
brother. You
too
do
low.
numbers and you're good with numbers. If
Kim's,
you got 3 and the man get 1, of course there's a
Hold
higher
on, there
probability.
4 seasons now.
Kim's, you honestly believe what you're saying?
Of course, him believe it.
No,
Why
man, him
wouldn't
not
he?
believe it. I think him just have an argument. He just have
No,
a talk
no,
tonight, but I don't think Kim's believe what him just say.
no.
And
Once
It is
nobody can make
unbelievable.
a better LeBron Kool-Aid than Kim.
Hot takes, man. Hot takes, Kim. Kim's are the best hot takes, man.
only easy.
Kim's are the best hot takes,
All right.
man.
Okay. For those who don't agree that LeBron is the greatest Laker, what can LeBron do to be the greatest Laker ever?
Nothing.
Win two more
He
He,
can't be
chips.
the greatest.
he won't have enough time to do that.
Correct, Cream.
Yeah.
So if you play basketball 3 more years and win 3 straight championships, cannot be the greatest Laker ever. At
Without
39,
even,
at 39,
without
40
even
years
after
old, cannot be the greatest Laker ever. Like when
without
Alright,
James,
alright.
you can't.
Wake up.
Kim's LeBron pass in prime.
In fact,
You
they're not
understand?
even
He
they're
pass
LeBron
not
in
now
even
with
prime.
3 more championships.
they're not even winning this year. So how him going to get
Father,
3?
father time is tapping him on the shoulder. You realize him start get injured now? If
A
never
Yeah.
lot,
used to injure
a
before.
lot, yeah.
That is
Yeah.
father time, brother. Father time is undefeated.
Yes, undefeated.
All right. I don't think
But
I
Kems,
have.
when I come
The jersey
in
that is going to hang up in a Staples Center when he done.
but Kems, when I came in a while ago, I realized you guys were discussing the grabbing of the crotch by LeBron and the fact that the league And I think you had up how comes Michael Jordan would have done some of these things.
No, wrong MJ.
No, I
Oh,
was saying MJ long out him tongue and all of them little thing they out drinking, coming to games drunk and all of
no,
them
but
something they
yeah, at different times,
Yeah.
Kems.
and
Remember,
and that
NBA come from fighting to people fight on
yes.
court to them clean it up to where it is now, where to where you can't even touch a player when he's shooting
Understand.
the basket. And this year, them come back and start not even call some of those fouls. So the game, I wouldn't even do
Understood.
that comparison. Yeah, yeah.
On no, the only reason why I made the comparison of Vincent is because the guy who want to be the GOAT, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, is calling out LeBron saying that is saying that it's very clown like, it's
Okay,
childish, it's
okay.
stupid. And I'm telling Kareem Abdul-Jabbar that back in his day, probably it would have been. Right? But
It's
in
not,
this
it's
time,
not, it's not want to be the GOAT, James. If I'm not MJ are the GOAT, I really carry him still, but our another discussion that another day.
yeah, Kareem, Kareem has no place in the GOAT conversation.
No,
Absolutely
no.
no
In
place in the
fact,
GOAT conversation.
I can even make a case for Kareem being the GOAT over Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Well, none of those two names that you mentioned is the
Overall.
GOAT. So,
Hey,
like
Okay.
none of those two names that you
Ken,
mentioned is the GOAT. So,
Ken,
it's
Ken.
second and third. Yes, sir.
Right now, LeBron is not even on the Lakers Mount Rushmore.
Ah, you must be out of your goddamn mind. Not on the who is on the Mount Rushmore? Who is on the Mount Rushmore
Kareem,
for the Lakers?
Magic, Jerry West, and the late great Kobe. That is my Mount Rushmore.
You see, it's a good thing you do your job what you do, because you could have never be in charge or anything else, because that is absolute joke.
Yeah.
LeBron is on every Mount Rushmore. Cavs,
Every row.
Miami,
Overall.
Cavs,
Overall.
Miami, Lakers, overall.
No
Like,
man.
we don't know
If you
this.
do a
Like,
if you do
we
a
don't know what this
Laker
man do
poll
for
now,
basketball.
LeBron is adopted. Hey, LeBron is like an adopted child, When Kobe give him a little ratings, then the fans them start say, all right, LeBron. Most Laker nation not into LeBron.
No.
I
That's
can tell
true.
you that.
That's true
He's a
still.
recent Laker, I can't know. You really
No
a
man,
LeBron
Kems is
fan.
not a Laker, Kems is a LeBron fan. Full stop.
Right.
Remember,
He's a traveling fan. Anywhere LeBron
Brad
go,
beat him on the wild now, innit?
Eh?
When
I've
he get
been.
traded, people are spray paint out him face, and when they put up
Hold
image
on now.
and thing, and Kobe have to come in and say, yo, easy man, he's one of us.
True.
You know?
Yeah, Kobe. I've been a Laker fan from 1991. You did born them time like him?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Still in a
Yeah, of
diaper.
course I was born. You don't know nothing
That's
about
a
me,
long.
fam.
And I can tell that I watch it on CVM, they just come in them time there, and I watch Lakers last 4-1 to Bulls. Nobody no hate the Bulls like me. Right?
Yes.
So I've been watching the Lakers from them time there until now. Right? And
Yes, sir.
every year I have been a Laker fan from 1991. So I know the culture of the Lakers, the attitude, the type of basketball the Lakers like to play. You understand?
Yes.
To me, LeBron came to LA mostly for commercial and financial benefits. That's the main reason. So him have a lot. Me rate LeBron as more as a human being, a father, more than even as a basketball player. Right?
So
So
you're going to tell me, no, so hold on, Dwayne, because right now you're getting me real upset right now.
I
So
know.
so so you're telling me that you have seen this man more on the basketball court than you've seen him in any other space, but you rate him more as a father and as a human being. That is absolutely that's an absolute joke,
No, I
right?
rate
Because
him
again,
more in that sense than
all
even
right,
a
how you rate him as a father? What him do as a father?
Work.
What
I
you know
think
him do as a father?
he's rating his work off the court.
right.
So it's philanthropy, is business savvy.
Is active activism.
in the
Yeah, you
community. Yeah.
understand? Because I mean, always anybody who have been on the sports programs them before, that is one of the things where me always hit MJ about. Me used to hit him hard on that. Right? Me defend LeBron James when it come to those. To me, as overall, LeBron is the what they call all-round best basketball player I've seen, right? Overall. We can do many things well. So me now go take that from him. If he win 2 more chips with the Lakers, would I give him over MJ because a lot of people only look at those 6 rings that MJ won.
No. All right. Slow down.
Yo, let the man talk.
If
Yo,
he
let the
win
man
2
talk.
more,
Yeah, let the man talk. Let the man
Slow
talk.
down.
why? MJ wasn't
Because only persons who really not understand basketball, when the conversation come up with MJ and LeBron, always go to 6-0 in finals. 6-0 in finals is just one of the mere things that makes
right. It's the
MJ
easiest
greater.
thing they
You
can do, right?
understand? Yeah, then that's the easiest thing. If you know basketball, understand the game, know the game, watch them play, watch how them play. When you talk about shooting, defense, you talk about impact on the team and everything like that. Yes, Jordan is way above LeBron. Full
No,
stop.
again, Jordan
No,
cannot be
no,
way
no. I
above.
disagree.
Yeah,
Because
Jordan
Jordan
cannot be
win
way above LeBron. What
Vincent,
you really are saying?
no, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
No, honestly, I have Jordan been better than LeBron, but with what
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne is saying,
Mm-hmm.
with LeBron at his age now, and him
Mm-hmm.
bring 2 more championship at this stage of his career.
Well,
Like,
I,
brother,
I, I guess,
both,
all right.
both
At
Yeah,
this
managers
stage,
have been
no,
all
settled.
right,
no.
all right.
No,
Devin,
You
just
can't
like,
ignore
that,
that. You
all right,
can't
Devin,
ignore that.
all right.
You
Devin,
can't
just
ignore
like how
that.
you
You
put it like that, all right. If
cannot
him,
ignore that.
all right. I wouldn't ignore it. You understand? But for me, when I am talking about the greatest basketball player, and we can have this discussion. For me, one of the things that I always say to persons, and Kim hear me talk about this on the web. One of the things we do when we talk about the greatest ever, I have always said to person, put on the table what is your criteria that you use to define the greatest ever, and let us judge everybody on that criteria, and
All
then
right.
we determine who wins.
So this is what we're going to do. And I'm going to next week Sunday. We're going to have a MJ versus LeBron debate.
Yeah.
You know, so
I like the
you will
idea.
argue for MJ, and Dwayne will argue for LeBron.
All
All
right.
right.
All right,
That
no
will be it.
problem.
And that is
All
how
right.
we will start off the show. And the judges will be all the persons in the comment section and also all the panelists here. So
All
it
right.
will be a so come with
Okay.
the criteria, come with
Hey,
everything,
Yeah, come
and
with the
then
pen and paper. I like
come with a
debate.
pen and paper, and it's going to be
It's
time when I have the whole amount of time to talk. It's
yeah,
going to be a specific time, and then we are going to do that. And then
all
Michelle
right.
is saying, please establish the criteria before. Definitely, Michelle, we will announce that before the debate is started. So on Sunday, next week Sunday, whatever day it is, I think it's December 12th.
Don't
I
miss
think
it.
that's what,
Don't miss it.
Yeah,
don't
12.
miss it. It is going to be
10.
Vincent versus Dwayne. And Dwayne, do not let me down. Do
No
not
man,
let me down.
Thames. For FYI, I told Jago man are debating and Jago is debating guru school debating, you know. So no.
Number one school in Jamaica, you. They will stop and talk. Everybody don't know that already.
All right. All
Number
right.
one school.
All
Yeah,
right.
when it
So
comes to
Jago,
debate, we're good at that.
yeah, with the debate, okay. But Vincent, all I'm going to say is that MJ cannot win a ring without Scottie Pippen. That's all I'm going to say.
Stop it foolishness.
With that
And Phil Jackson.
and
Yeah.
Phil Johnson, right? So with that being said, guys, we had a great show. Of course, I'm going to go around the room. I'm going to give everybody 1 minute. We don't need to talk about MJ or LeBron again, since there's going to be a debate next week Sunday, 7 p.m. So we don't need to talk about that, right? So, Kareem, you have your
Yo,
minute. You have to give them the criteria before Sunday so they can get their facts. Most definitely, they will get the criteria, Shem, before Sunday, and they will get their facts together. All right, so Cream, your minute to talk about anything except for MJ, LeBron, and the Lakers.
yeah, man, another great. Oops.
All right,
Wait.
Cream
Cream
have
daughter.
some daddy duties. All right. So, Robbie Rich, go ahead.
I mean, it's not about basketball. It's about
Yes, go ahead.
actually. So let's say something.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
Dwayne, but ask you something though.
Yeah.
You say you've been around and watch Lakers play so much times. Yeah, you say
Yeah.
all Lakers, whatever. You think Frank Vogel is bringing the Lakers culture?
Frank Vogel is not no coach, man. He is a coach. I don't rate him as a big coach. You may say armchair thing going.
Yep, I agree. Tell the man right beside you, Dwayne, tell him that. Because that man
No,
just that man that Devin remind me of the guy where
Yeah, no, I'm grateful.
a girl whisper in her ears and tell her say she love you, and you just fall in love and give her everything. You don't need much substance from the person. That's what David remind me of. Frank Vogel is actually right now in the top 5 worst coaches in the NBA. Right now, worst coach in the NBA. The man is poor offensively, poor defensively, poor every single way where you can take it.
Kems, leave the man alone, Kems, because same way you come on the program can defend always. So leave the man alone.
Well,
I only know with nothing. The man good at championship. You know, ungrateful self. Hey, so what? Why you don't play the coach? Why you don't play the coach? You hear me biased before they talk about LeBron and themselves. Oh, the Lakers was in a shambles and the man come and give you a championship. Why you not say armchair championship in LeBron give people? But now when you refer to the coach and do it into the armchair championship, yeah, jump on the coach you mentioned armchair championship.
Bubble championship. What kind of bubble championship? What kind of championship that?
Exactly.
yeah.
It's
Well, when the banner is up there, I don't see any bubble championship up there. I don't
and
see
a
the
coach
banner.
was there.
But
All right.
Next thing.
Cream. All right, go ahead, Robert.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Can I take a ball of a minute?
Yeah, sorry, Robert. Go ahead.
Yeah, what as football now? I can
Yeah.
say Real Madrid is the best team in the world right now.
Okay.
Right now. I'm playing
Alright.
without Benzema, and look how I look.
Alright.
I'm a Real Madrid fan. I'm gonna answer that.
We say a while ago.
I am
Anyway.
the best team in the world right now.
No, brother.
Yes.
No, Robert.
why?
That's a minute.
A minute up,
Alright.
a minute.
All right, go ahead, Cream.
Yeah, man. Was another great night, great show. So looking forward to next week debate. You know. So everybody does the best upon yourself, man.
All right. Vincent.
All right. I wasn't here earlier. You guys probably discussed it. I just want to address something again. That Devin was talking about last week and even before that. And it had to do with the fact that when we say Golden State is good, without Clay coming back and Wiseman coming back, and each time they mention Wiseman, Devin say on the topic foolishness.
I'm about to go off right now.
But the truth is, what I want you to look at, Devin, is the Suns game that Golden State play. Aiton is what, 6'11", I think. The tallest person on Golden State is 6'9". Aiton is not a good player in terms of with him back to the basket. Him can shoot, him can rebound, but he's not a on the block player, so to speak, that is going to back you down and kill you like a Shaq or a Tim Duncan. If you watch the game with Golden State, Aiton was pretty much just getting dunks at the rim because there was absolutely nobody on Golden State that could mark him.
Kevin Looney, what I put in Kevin
No,
Looney?
Kevin Looney is 6'9", Aiton is 6'11". Him still cannot mark him. This is what Wiseman will give to Golden State. All you need is somebody to be at that basket to ensure that when you meet these tall players, you have somebody who can stand up and be a defense. This is what Wiseman will bring to what Golden State does. You just need him for 15, 20 minutes a night to ensure that when you meet a center like a Aiton, you have somebody, another tall player there that can add to the defense.
So
that
Vincent, you're
Golden State
telling me to be a good defender, right? You have to be a great defender to another defender. Like you have to on the same height level or taller than that.
No, man, not just the same height level, because remember, say Draymond Green is a great defender, but him still, you can't teach height. You cannot teach height. And with all as good as Draymond is in terms of positioning, knowing when to move, knowing when to do all of these different things, Aiton just taller than him. So when you get down in the Aiton just taller than him. So that Wiseman will give to Golden State. Because Wiseman is 7 foot enough. So you get a big man now in the paint for persons like a Aiton. And that's all I'll say about a Wiseman. Hopefully him come back and not get injured and stuff like that. And can give them that 15 to 20 minutes just to ensure you can stand up against players like a Aiton.
That's actually a
Understand what you're
point.
saying.
Well said. All right, Devin, go ahead.
No, my minute is away from basketball and thing. It's about the NFL and some of these coaches, right? These coaches, I don't know, probably because I'm a conservative person in nature, you know. I'm not like risk. I'm not a risk taker. Like I do look at gambling, which is risk taking, but in general, like I was watching this Ravens and Steelers game, and even before I play, I said, "Coach, please, the extra point to make the game go to overtime." I don't like when these coaches trying to look genius, trying to say, oh, yes, you're winning on 2 point. I mean, if it was a better throw, Lamar could have won the game. But, like, if it is a case where you're chasing certain game and you need a 2-pointer to chase the game, yes, I can understand them going for it. But, like, come on, man, just kick the extra point and make the game go overtime. I don't like when these coaches, like, try to go for it, like they want to be ultra aggressive and try to look genius. You remind me of some time with Pete Carroll at the time when they lose a championship there down there, when instead of running the ball with Marshall Lynch, he design a play for them, throw the ball, and want to look like a genius. Just run the ball in with Marshall Lynch, run the ball and now lick down everybody in front of him. Guess what? So coaches get on top of the third, and that game which I wanted the Ravens to win, because you know people talk about Lamar and the man make some good throws. It was a third and I think about 14, third and 14, right? Man make brilliant throw and people talk about him can't throw the ball, but trust me, that just get on top of my nerve just now when I see him try to go for the 2-point attempt and miss.
Well, so let me tell you, the reason why I think they went for 2 is that, you know, the Steelers' defense actually was keying in on the Ravens, and I think they believe that if they went to overtime, they believe that the Steelers would have won. And it was actually a great play. It was actually a great play call, you know. Lamar just made a bad throw. Because if he had put the throw on target, then you know Ravens win the game and it's a genius. But as I always say, hindsight is 20/20. Because if they not win the game, it would be a total different conversation. Ravens coaches, you know,
yes, I'm saying, but before JQ was there, I'm saying, please make the kick. Please make the kick. Like yesterday, I signed this 2020, but even if they went for it and win, I would you know, would I prefer to go for the conservative method. But I understand your reasons still, but trust me, I don't like them.
Yeah, but also, you know, you have to look on it, you know, where I remember last Super I think it was the conference championship, NFC championship game between Tampa and Green Bay, when I think there was 4th and goal, and instead of go for it with Aaron Rodgers, they kick the field goal, and then Aaron Rodgers never get back the ball, and everybody was saying, you know, the coach should have go for it, you know. So, you know, I just believe that, you know, sometimes these things happen. You know, I'm glad the Steelers won because I picked the Steelers to win last night. I think my picks were on fire. I think I missed one pick. I think the Seattle game. I don't know what. Jimmy G had 4 downs to get into the end zone to tie the game, and 2 of the passes get back down and all kind of foolishness. So
No, Jimmy G for you.
And that money say can be
Jimmy G for you.
Patrick Mahomes and Kansas.
Well, let me tell you something, Devin. Each and every week, you know,
it's different.
Each and every week, it's different, you know. And in the playoffs, where you get to key in, I think it will be a different kind of thing. What's up, Levon?
You're actually incorrect. Your picks weren't unfair because you actually had Vikings to win and they got beaten. So
I switched out Vikings for the 49ers.
Yeah, so that means that they're sending wrong information to the viewers.
No, remember when Devin did ask me for a repeat, when they take out Vikings, somebody picked Arizona, Colts, Dolphins, Steelers, and freaking idiot 49ers. But Dwayne, go ahead.
Yes. I want to talk about football. Manchester United to be precise. Me as a man, me always give Fred flax. So today I come to give him his credit. Maybe coaching has a lot to do with players too, because when he plays for Brazil, you can't believe it's the same Fred that's playing for
Ah,
Manchester United. So me give the coach the credit for Fred, right?
yeah.
And the team, me like the eye press
All right,
and the
Michelle.
keeping pressure on these weak teams. We're not very good at the press yet, but I really enjoyed the first half. I think we should have scored like 2 goals in the first half, but we were not that clinical. But normally when from the season start, we have been overrun in midfield, and I did not see that today. So I was happy with the performance, and we have we have some little teams to play coming up in the next 10 game, and I think we can take at least one about a 26 to 27 points in those games, because I mean I think we're gonna win all of the games. This is the EPL, right? Any team can beat any team on any given Saturday or Sunday. But I'm happy. I'm so happy we got rid of Ole, because
For a man,
from last season, I've said we are not gonna win anything with Ole. So I like the new coach, and every player get a new lease on life. So it's each player now, and there's competition in the team, because I see Dilop come in, and I see Tevez playing well, and I don't see how Juan Basaka and Luke Shaw gonna get any game anytime soon, unless they're gonna just rotate and play a couple games here and there. But I was
okay.
happy with the first half. I wasn't too happy with the second half, but I realized that the team was getting tired. But it was a good sporting week so far, and thanks for having me on the show as usual. I should have been on the NFL yesterday, but wife is say you're not going on a live with the hotel, and me have to obey the lady sometime.
For
So
true, for true, for true.
I will be in the house Saturday and Sunday for the debate with
All right.
my schoolmate
Uh,
Vincent.
All right, so Demo is saying Man U fans getting hopeful again after beating Palace. Things we love to see. Demo, I don't think it was really about beating Palace, but it was more about how the team played and the positivity of the team. Even when the team was up 1-0, in the dying moments, we never sit back and make Palace just attack, attack, attack. We were making positive substitutions and all of that. So it was a whole bunch of things, but we'll talk about that on Monday when Levon is hosting and stuff, we can definitely talk about that. But what I want to say is that, guys, continue liking, continue subscribing. We really and truly appreciate the support. Thank you very much
Oh,
to the
James,
producer.
one thing before you leave.
Yes, yes.
Devin,
Yo.
me I go get your merch here. So when
Oh
we
yeah,
link up,
yeah.
me get your info.
Yeah. Yeah, when they come up,
All
when you
right.
come up, the link,
I
man,
wish
make it.
merge.
All right. So, Robbie Rich, thank you. And we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by year end. Devin, you have a bunch of people, a bunch of friends. Get your friends in for subscribe. Dwayne, you're in a different state every day. Get your people them for subscribe. Wifey
Yes.
don't want you to come on the live. Tell her,
I
okay, wifey,
All
if
right.
I'm not on the live, I'm going to get 20 people to subscribe. We all have to do this as a community. We're
yeah,
trying to get to
may I
20
try.
by the end of the year. I mean 1,000 by the end of the year, so let's make it happen. All right.
All right.
And also, we have to big up Robbie Rich. Robbie Rich is the coach of his own football team, building his own football team. So, we have to go support Robbie Rich when the league starts, when the season starts, because all of we are one family. And, so big up to the producer. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you guys on Monday.